we also want to say, look, you've got emotions. Not everybody does. So during a reading, I'll open up over here and I'll show, this is my chart, how charts can look very different. My chart shows that I'm very open. I'm white as compared to this person who's very colored in. And this white or transparent center gives me room to feel whatever they have colored in. So if this person came into the room and interacted with this person, the difference would be I would feel this triangle. I would feel all this physical energy and this pressure to do things, and I would feel her red heart, because her energy, her aura, would condition me, it would charge me, and it would put me into action. And I now can see what that would do. Well, I have emotionality, so the emotions I'm feeling are mine. I like to show people other charts because then you can see where other people don't have what you've got. Here's a person whose chart has a lot of things up in her head. She's got a lot of information and knowledge, and she's got a throat that connects to her knowledge so she can talk without getting tired. And this is that part you were talking about earlier, Johnny, when you said looking for ourselves. Well, this person with the yellow G center, the geometric monopole, is not going to be looking for herself because her identity is right there. And her ego is right here in this triangle. So she's not going to be attending workshops. But this person, Sandra, doesn't have a brain full of thoughts and doesn't have an identity. So she's going to attend a lot of workshops trying to figure out what is all this emotional stuff I'm going through. And this other person's going to look at her and go, well, I don't quite understand that. I'm open emotionally. I can feel all of these emotions coming out of her. And I can feel all this energy right there. And I can sense all these things. So you start to get a picture, Johnny, that your life is unique and what you're experiencing is different than others. With this in mind, it's very important to recognize that we're unique. And with this in mind, we start to see what makes me different from other people. And now that I know that I'm different, I'm going to stop trying to act like other people. I'm going to be true to myself. Well, there's a whirlwind for you. This right here is a chart about somebody. If she's true to herself, she has a lot of desires. She has an agenda. She has an ego, and it's appropriate for her to have an ego and a bunch of desires. And she's going to want to talk about relationships and mating and marriage. And she's going to think that relating and marriage is important because that's what this channel is about. And she's going to have an experience of emotions taking her up and down. And she's also a very sexy person. She may not consider herself sexy, but all of this energy inside this square is about life-giving energy and sexuality. I would also say, look, you have a lot of intuition. Your intuition tells you right now what's going on. And in her reading, we would discuss how does intuition work, because as we saw the other chart, those people don't have intuition. One more time, let me show you. I do not have intuition. So since I know I don't have intuition, I don't get upset that I don't have intuition. I just go, oh, other people have intuition. I know who they are. I'll ask them what their intuition's telling them. Because what I need to know for myself is coming from my gut. My gut is telling me something. It's telling me yes and no. And I would be able to speak with Sandra with that same language. Yes and no. You have that too, don't you, Johnny? Yeah. That So, you know, a quick way to find out if somebody's got a red square in their chart is go out to dinner with them and listen to them. If they moan and grunt and go, those are noises coming from that red square that generates down below. So I would immediately talk with this person during their reading and say, look, you've been asking, when are you going to fall in love? You're going to be asking, who am I? You're going to get tired at the throat level, and you're going to want to know all this stuff. And you're going to learn very quickly because you've got an open mind. So these places that are white in your chart, you don't belong there, and your energy doesn't belong there either. Your energy belongs here, where it's colored in. And where it is colored in, that's where your life is happening. That's what's consistently happening. You're transmitting this energy, and people feel it. So I would say, look, you're not a manifester. You're not somebody whose throat connects to their motors down below. And Johnny, I'll use your chart for that. See, your red square connects to your throat, and that's what makes you a good personality to speak into a microphone with a really good voice. As people listen to the show, they can hear my voice, but when they hear yours, it's really clear and strong because it's power.